What's going on, everyone? Like I promised beforehand, full face cam this time around. Not the usual finger cam like y'all are used to seeing with the Friday Night Funkin' videos. This is the and to start off this month of October, going with the classic creepypasta story. I'm talking about Slenderman. So, and that's gonna, oh, and to be fair, that's gonna be the theme for all of October. Nothing but creepypasta stories. Whether they are still current creepypastas or they were previously creepypastas. Without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Alright. Now, as obviously the first creepypasta story we gotta dive into, it's gotta be the one that started it all, which is Slenderman. Let's see what we got. Could just go with the Always could go with the Wikipedia. Let's see what we got. This picture right here. An artistic depiction of the Slenderman. The Slenderman, also spelled Slenderman, is a fictional supernatural character that originated as a creepypasta internet meme created by Something Awful forum user Eric. I'm not even. How the heck do you. Eric Knudsen, also known as Victor Surge, 2009. Depicted as a thin, unnaturally tall humanoid with a featureless head and face wearing a black suit. Yep, pretty much. Stories of the Slenderman commonly feature him stalking, abducting, or traumatizing people, particularly children. The Slenderman has become a pop culture icon, although he is not confined to a single narrative but appears in many disparate works of fiction, typically composed online. Fiction relating to the Slenderman encompasses many media, including literature, art, and videos series such as Marble Hornets from 2009 to 2014, wherein he is known as the Operator, the character has appeared in the video game Slender the 8 Pages. I still want to play that at some point. And its successor, Slender the Arrival, as well as inspiring the Enderman in Minecraft. He has also appeared in a 2015 film adaptation of Marble Hornets, where he was portrayed by Doug Jones, and in eponymous 2018 film, where he was portrayed by Javier Botet. The 2018 film did not do well for Slenderman. That was not good. Beginning in 2014, a moral panic occurred over the Slenderman after readers of his fiction were connected to several violent acts, particularly I remember I remember this reference from a video game rap battle. I think it was Slenderman vs. Baldi. Several violent acts, particularly a near-fatal stabbing of a 12-year-old girl in Waukesha, Wisconsin. The stabbing inspired the documentary Beware the Slenderman, which was released in 2018. Origin. Wait. origin. Slenderman was created on June 10, 2009 on a thread in the Something Awful internet forum. The thread was a Photoshop contest. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. The thread was a Photoshop contest in which users were challenged to create paranormal images. Forum poster Eric Knudsen, under the pseudonym Victor Surge, contributed 2 black and white images of groups of children, to which he added a tall, thin spectral figure wearing a black suit. Although previous entries had consisted solely of photographs, Surge supplemented his submission with snatches of text, supposedly from witnesses, describing the abductions of the groups of children and giving the character the name the Slender Man. The quote under the first photograph read, "We didn't want to go, we didn't want to kill them, but its persistent silence and outstretched arms horrified and comforted us at the same time." 1983, photographer unknown, presumed dead. Wow. The quote under the second photograph read, "One of 2 recovered photographs from the Sterling City Library blaze, notable for being taken the day with 14 children vanished, and for what is referred to as the Slenderman. Deformities cited as film defects by officials. Fire at library occurred 1 week later. Actual photograph confiscated as evidence." 1986, photographer Mary Thomas. Missing since June 13th, 1986. These editions effectively transformed the photographs into a work of fiction. Subsequent posters expanded upon the character, adding their own visual or textual contributions. Knudsen was inspired to create the Slenderman primarily by Zach Parsons' The Insidious Beast, Stephen King's The Mist, reports of Shadow People, Mothman, and the Madagascar of Mattoon. Other inspirations for the character were the tall man from... Really? The tall man from the 1979 film Phantasm. Wow. H.P. Lovecraft, the surrealist work of William S. Burroughs, and the survival horror video games Silent Hill and Resident Evil? Wow, okay, the more you know. Knudsen's intention was to formulate something whose motivations can barely be comprehended and which caused unease and terror in general population. Other existing fictional or legendary creatures which are similar to the Slenderman include the Gentleman, black-suited, pale, bald demons from the Buffy Vampire Slayer episode Hush. Wow! Men in Black. Wait, the movies? Oh, never mind. If it was the movies, it would have been capitalized. Many accounts of which grant them as uncanny appearance with an unnatural walk and oriental features. The question, a DC comic superhero with a blank face, whose secret identity is Victor Sage, a name similar to Knudsen's alias Victor Surge. Wow. Okay. In her book Folklore, Horror Stories in the Slenderman, Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. Oh, wait. It's because I woke up only like 2 hours ago. It's 9 a.m. right now. It's still early. In her book, Folklore, Horror Stories, and the Slenderman, The Development of an Internet Mythology, Professor Shira Chess of the University of Georgia connected the Slenderman to ancient folklore about fairies. Like fairies, the Slenderman is otherworldly with motives that are often difficult to grasp. Like fairies, his appearance is vague and often shifts to reflect what the viewer wants or fears to see. And, like fairies, the Slenderman lives in the woods, in wild places, and kidnaps children. Yep. Pretty much. Oh! What is... Slenderman soon went viral, spawning numerous works of fan art, cosplay, and some of them I've actually seen and were amazed by them, like how spot on it was. I don't know what. Fan art, cosplay, and online fiction known as Creepypasta, horror stories told in short snatches of easily copyable text that spread from site to site. Divorced from its original creator, the Slenderman became the subject of myriad stories by multiple authors within an overarching mythos. Many aspects of the Slenderman mythos first appeared on the original Something Awful thread. One of the earliest editions was added by a forum user named Thordio Up, who created a folklore story set in 16th century Germany involving a character called Der Grobman, which was implied to be an early reference to the Slenderman. The first video series involving the Slenderman evolved from a post on the Something Awful thread by user Cigars. It tells of a fictional film school friend named Alex Crowley, who had stumbled upon something trouble while shooting his first feature-length project, Marble Hornets. The video series, published in found footage style on YouTube, forms an alternate reality game describing the filmer's fictional experiences with the Slenderman. The ARG also incorporates a Twitter feed and an alternate YouTube channel created by a user named Tothirk. As of 2013, Marble Hornets had over 250,000 subscribers around the world and had received 55 million views. Other Slenderman-themed YouTube serials followed, including Everyman Hybrid and Tribe 12. In 2012, the Slenderman was adapted into a video game titled Slender the 8 Pages. Still need to play that. I would still love to play that. I know Slender the Arrival is on Steam, but I can't seem to find 8 Pages anywhere. Slender the 8 Pages, within its first month of release, the game was downloaded over 2 million times. Several popular variants of the game followed, including Slenderman Shadow and Slenderman for iOS, which became the second most popular app download. The sequel to Slender the 8 Pages, Slender the Arrival, was released in 2013. Several independent films about the Slenderman have been released or are in development, including Entity and The Slenderman. Released free online after a $10,000 Kickstarter campaign. In 2013, it was announced that Marble Hornets would become a feature film. Okay. Oh, what the... Wait, this description, I just read a little bit of the description. Because the Slenderman's fictional mythology has evolved without an official canon for reference, his appearance, motives, habits, and abilities are not fixed, but change depending on the storyteller. He's most commonly described as very tall and thin, but unnaturally long tentacle-like arms, which he can extend to intimidate or capture prey. I've seen pictures like that, where Slenderman has multiple tentacles sprouting from his back to capture his prey. I've seen multiple pictures of that. In most stories, his face is white and featureless, but occasionally his face appears differently to anyone who sees it. He appears to be wearing a dark suit and tie. The Slenderman is often associated with the forest and or abandoned locations and has the ability to teleport. Proximity to the Slenderman is often said to trigger a slender sickness, a rapid onset of paranoia, nightmares, and delusions accompanied by nosebleeds. Early stories featured him targeting children or young adults. Some featured young adults driven insane or to act on his behalf, while others did not, and others claimed that investigating the Slenderman will draw his attention. Sorry. The web series Marble Hornets established the idea of proxies. I've heard about these before. The proxies, humans who fall under the Slenderman's influence, though initially they were simply violently insane rather than puppets of the Slenderman. Marble Hornets also introduced the idea that the Slenderman could interfere with video and audio recordings, as well as the Slenderman symbol, which is this over here, which became a common trope of Slender fiction. Graphic violence and body horror are uncommon in the Slenderman mythos, with many narratives choosing to leave the fate of his victims obscure. Sheer Chest notes that it is important to note that few of the retellings identify exactly what kind of monster Slenderman might be and what his specific intentions are. These points still remain mysteriously and usefully vague. Wow. What? Reasons for popularity. Oh, look at this cosplay right here. That's actually pretty good. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I would have gone with a red tie instead of the black one. But that's just me. Oh. Well, here's the oh no. Oh my god. The stabbing. Alright. On May 31st, 2014, two 12-year-old girls in Waukesha, Wisconsin held down and stabbed a 12-year-old classmate 19 times? Oh my god. Oh no! When questioned later by authorities, they reportedly claimed that they wished to commit a murder as a first step to becoming proxies for the Slenderman, having read about it online. No! No. First off, if you're gonna do that in the forest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mind's fucked up. They also stated that they were afraid that Slenderman would kill their families if they did not commit the murder. After the perpetrators left the scene, the victim crawled out of the woods to... Oh, they did do it in the forest. To a roadway. A passing cyclist alerted authorities and the victim survived the attack. Both attackers have been diagnosed with mental illnesses, but have also been charged as adults and are each facing up to 65 years in prison. One of the girls reportedly said Slenderman watches her and can read minds and could teleport. Experts testified in court that she also said she conversed with Lord Voldemort and one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What? What? Why? On August 1st, 2014, she was found incompetent to stand trial and her prosecution was suspended until her condition improved. On November 12, 2014, a doctor judged that her condition had improved enough for her to stand trial, and on December 19, 2014, the judge ruled that both girls were competent to stand trial. In August 2015, the presiding judge ruled that the girls would be tried as adults. They were tried separately, and on August 21st, 2017, one of the girls, now 15, pleaded guilty to being a party to attempted second-degree homicide, but claimed she was not responsible for her actions on grounds of insanity. Although prosecutors alleged that she knew what she was doing was wrong, the jury determined that she was mentally ill during the attack. She will spend at least 3 years in a mental hospital. On December 21st, Waukesha County Circuit Judge Michael Boren sentenced Waiter, then 16 years old, to be hospitalized for 25 years from the date of the crime, which would keep her institutionalized until age 37. Damn. In a statement to the media on June 4, 2014, Eric Knudsen said, "I am deeply saddened by the tragedy in Wisconsin, and my heart goes out to the families of those affected by this terrible act." He stated he would not be given interviews on the matter. The fact that this was this happened back in 2014, that's 8 years ago, dude. 8! On September 25th, 2017, it was reported that Morgan Geyser, then 15, had agreed to plead guilty to attempting to commit first-degree homicide in an arrangement that would allow her to avoid jail time. On February 1st, 2018, the Associated Press reported that Geyser had been sentenced to 40 years in the Wisconsin Mental Hospital. The maximum sentence followed. So she's going to spend... Wait, so she's spending 40 years in the mental hospital, and then after that she spends the 65 years in jail? Oh, she's dead. What the heck? More panic and other incidents. The stabbing in Waukesha spawned a nationwide moral panic over Slenderman across the United States. I don't remember my parents doing that. Parents across the nation became worried about the potential dangers that stories about Slenderman might pose to the children's safety. Russell Jack, the police chief of Waukesha, warned that the Slenderman stabbing should be a wake-up call for all parents, that the internet is full of dark and wicked things, a warning which numerous media outlets publicized. After hearing the story, an unidentified woman from Cincinnati, Ohio, told a WLWT TV reporter in June 2014 that her 13-year-old daughter had attacked her with a knife and had written macabre fiction, some involving the Slenderman, who the mother said motivated the attack. Wow. Okay. On September 4th, 2014, a 14-year-old girl in Port Richey, Florida, allegedly set her family's house on fire while her mother and What the hell? Set her family's house on fire while her mother and 9-year-old brother were inside. Police reported that the teenager had been reading online stories about Slenderman as well as Atsushi Okubo's manga Soul... Why you gotta include Soul Eater? Dude. Okay. Eddie Daniels of the Pasco County Sheriff's Office said the girl had visited the website that contains a lot of Slenderman information and stories. It would be safe to say there is a connection to that. During an early 2015 epidemic of suicide attempts by young people ages 12 to 24 on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, Slenderman was cited as an influence. The Oglala Sioux tribe president noted that many Native Americans traditionally believe in a suicide spirit similar to the Slenderman. Other Sioux described the Big Man as a messenger or a sign warning that society is developing in a dangerous direction. Okay, calm down. A documentary film on the incident called Beware the Slenderman, directed by Irene Taylor Brodsky, was released by HBO Films in March 2016 and was broadcast on HBO on January 23rd, 2017. Jesus. Like, I knew people were affected by Slenderman, but god damn. I only remembered the Wakesha stabbing being referenced, but this is going a whole nother level. I see you. I think that's a good spot to mosquito. Alright, let me real quick. I know I have it here somewhere. Where is it? See, I have the song downloaded. Where is it? It's Baldy versus Slenderman. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. I know it's probably somewhere near the end. Let me see here. Wait, I just heard it. Hold up. Yeah, I was right. I knew it was in there. I knew it was in there. God damn it. Oh my god. You gotta be joking me. Cam. Alright. Hey you. Yes you, behind the camera. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Hey, this entire month of October 2022, there's going to be one creepypasta video a day throughout the entire month. So, if you don't want to miss the chance of catching the next one being uploaded, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, ring the bell for notification. And if you really liked this video, make sure to leave a like on the video as well. Put a comment down below, tell me what you thought of it. But other than that, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.